Hey guys, welcome to your first workout. We're gonna get started right away, down on your back with your screen to your side and elevated just a little bit. Your home position for Pilates and these exercises is gonna be on the mat, on your back, like so. So you wanna be able to do a full stretch without hitting anything around you, kind of like a snow angel. All right, your first couple of exercises come from our principles chart, and we're going to start with the Pilates breath and the scoop. So you're on your mat, stacked, nice and tall, and then scoop the abs in, draw the abs in, and take your deep breaths. Now keep scooping the abs. Tilt the pelvis back just a little bit to create your neutral position, and you'll feel how you can scoop the abs in deeper. Now, if you have some belly fat here, you still need to engage these muscles deep down. These muscles still exist. You just got to get mindfully linked back up to them. Stack. And scoop and release. All right, our next term is stack. We're stacking our neutral spine on the mat. So you're using the flat horizontal mat to help you find neutral spine position. It's a slight posterior pelvic tilt, a slight arch in the low back. Remember, we all naturally have too much extension in our low backs, like mine looks like right now. What we all need to do is slightly tip that pelvis backwards, reduce the size of that arch, and create our neutral position down low. Now with your neutral position, your low back and pelvis in neutral position, now stack your posture up, stretch your middle back, and lengthen north-south through your spine, like you're expanding your spine. That's a stack. Now imagine this translated to being upright. Your head, shoulders, and hips would all be aligned, directly upright. And that's what you want to do when you stack in your exercise. You want to think, stacking, my back is in its neutral, or i.e. straight position. Head, shoulders, and hips all aligned. So stack, release. Stack, release. Now you might feel like your low back wants to arch, but that's not correct. You want to keep neutral in the low spine and then stretch the upper spine, expanding. All right, our next move that's so important for us is called imprint, release. Now watch my pelvis. On the exhale, scoop, flex into the low abs, imprint, and release the imprint, neutral position. Imprint is a low spine flexion, and you only want to imprint when you exercise. You only want to imprint when you are doing mat exercise or Pilates. You never want to imprint when you're running or lifting weights. Only when you're stretching, Pilates. Now what this imprint is a spine flexion and a posterior pelvic tilt. Now this position counteracts the natural lordosis that we have. So when you do your exercises in Pilates and we say imprint, no matter what you're doing, you're keeping your low back in that imprinted position, using your abs to do that. No matter what the move is, you're never arching your back up and down while you're doing a move. That changed my life, because I never had my mat work organized. I was just doing mat work, doing planks and doing things, but I was constantly in hyperextension. And you might be feeling that way too. And imprint is the way to counteract that. And we're going to do a lot of imprinting today. And hopefully your back feels good. Now the last term is brace. Bracing the abs is making the abs, mindfully making them a dominant. Remember like we did on the little intro where you're tapping? Let's go ahead and pop those abs a bit. Just warm them up, pop the obliques, brace them like a boxer. Now what we do in these exercises, we're gonna make your abs the dominant muscle group in your body. We all came into Pilates with something else dominant. For me, it was my glutes. My abs were not strong enough. Other people, it's the low back muscles that are dominant. Or maybe it's the neck muscles that are dominant. Well, when you do these exercises, everything we do, your abs are going to be the dominant muscle group, and it's going to really help you realign your core and help you reduce that low back pain. Let's get right into now our movement training, which is going to start building our principles. And the first move that we do is called a rolling bridge. Now on a rolling bridge, you want to exhale, scoop, imprint, and roll the hips up just a tiny bit, and then roll down. Exhale, scoop, imprint, roll the hips up, and roll the hips down. Now as you do this, keep the back of the neck nice and long. Flex the low spine. Everybody's done bridges before, but every other bridge besides physical therapy and Pilates, you're arching your back. But here we want to be imprinting, flexing the back, flexing the spine, and scooping the abs in. Limit how high the bridge goes up because your abs are so dominant, they're like, hey, you're not going to go any further than that. And roll down. Now let's check that rib cage as well. Scoop, flex, roll up, squeeze the ribs together. Compress the ribs together with your upper abs. Now keep compressing those ribs together as you roll your bridge down. Scooping, rolling up, and rolling down. Yeah, last one. Let's roll up and practice bracing the abs. Now, brace those abs, pop them a few times. All right, you got them? Now brace the abs and pump with the glutes. Now the abs' job in our bodies is to limit range of motion. So the abs say, hey, you're not going to go any further. Pump, resist, pump, resist, pump, resist, pump, resist. And 3, 2, 1, and roll down. Stretch the legs straight. 1, 2. Now the next move we'll do is full body stretch. You've got your legs straight and you have a scoop. Look at my back, that's hyperextended. So you're going to scoop and keep your back in neutral position. Now connect your hands and stretch up and overhead. Now as you do full body stretch, fingertips to toe tips, you're making yourself one stacked straight line. When you bring your arms forward again, squeeze your rib cage down. Keep your rib cage down as you bring the arms up and overhead. You'll feel your back want to arch. You'll feel your rib cage want to expand. Don't let that happen. Stop the arms before you feel the rib cage pop up. Now, co-contract right there and pulse. Find where your rib cage doesn't pop, squeeze your abs so your rib cage doesn't pop up. And then stretch through the shoulders. Woo! Big breath, nice and long. And then bring those arms down by the sides. Slide the legs up. 1, 2. And the next move is hip twist. Now hip twist is a nice relaxing move. You want to scoop the abs, keep them scooped. Now if twisting doesn't feel good right now, lay off of twisting moves. We only have a couple in this series, but twisting moves are not that important, okay? More important that we get on the midline moves, like bridging. All right, the next move is called marching steps. Now you're going to stack on the mat, imprint, set your imprint and keep it. Now, march your legs. 1, 2. Now, this move is easy to accomplish for most people, but what you want to do is start practicing pelvic and spine stability as you move the legs. Flex into your imprint. You could not even put a piece of paper underneath your back. You're flexing so hard into the mat. Now, anytime you imprint, you've chosen spine flexion. So if you want to curl up, sometimes that can help you feel your abs more. Try curling up, feeling that imprint. Now, the sister move, step the legs up, and now we'll do tap steps. Now you keep your imprint here. Your entire back is flexing onto the mat. There is no arching, not a bit of rib cage lift. Everything is braced down. You feel that? That core stability is what the abs were designed to do. Not designed to do a whole bunch of sit-ups and medicine ball throws. All right, 2. Last. And tuck the legs in. Bring your head, neck, and shoulders back to you. Now our next stretch is called ball stretch. And ball stretch is designed to help you get spine flexion and start practicing flexing your back better. On the exhale, you want to scoop, tuck your legs in, and curl yourself into a tumbler's ball. Flex, curl yourself in. Flex, curl yourself in, and release back. You feel that? Now let your legs splay outside of your abdomen. Let's do the same thing. Now curling up, curl up. Try to grip those feet. And then stack back to the mat. Curl up with the abs. Stack back to the mat. Last one, ball stretch. Bring the legs together, curl up and stay up. Now we've got a move called single leg stretch. You're keeping your imprint as you switch the legs. Now if your neck starts feeling fatigued, go ahead and bring your head, neck, and shoulders back to the mat. And let's do the same move. Imprinting back or imprinting and curled up. Now we're switching the legs. You'll feel your knees want to go out like this, but don't let that happen. Keep the legs on the midline as you switch them. Let's go 6 more, 5 more, 4, 3, 2, last. And tuck the legs in. Bring your head, neck, and shoulders back to the mat and step the legs down. 1, 2. Now we're going to turn onto your side and do a really powerful stretch called pinwheel. So when you're on your side, you can put a pillow under your head or you can use your arm as your pillow. You're going to twist your spine and neck and then extend your arm and then flex yourself back together and stretch in front. All right, let's pinwheel together. Ready? Twist. Head, neck, and shoulders. Then the arm drags across. Big breath and flex back in. Keep the shoulder down and lead it with your head and neck. So your head and neck turn, then your spine, then the shoulder, then the arm. And flex the pinwheel. Telescope back in. Telescope. Last one. Stay open. Extend. Now stay there. You've got that lung wide open. Take a big deep breath and fill up that air. Now you got to keep your scoop in during these exercises. So keep your scoop while you breathe deeply. And your scoop will prevent you from going into a hyperextended shape. Last one. And let's close that stretch up. We're going to turn onto your stomach. and practice one move today, and that's called snake. Now we're going to build up a series of moves through these videos, and they all stem from this idea. Watch my body. I'm lifting like a snake would. No arms, no legs. Lifting with the back muscles, the posture muscles. All right, so stack, lift, and lower. Now your eyes will stay down. Now here's the trick. Keep your scoop so you feel your abs lift up off the mat. Look at my abs real close. Look at them dump down into the mat. Now, look at them scoop. Now keep it. Now keep your scoop as you lift and lower. Keep your scoop as you stimulate those back muscles. 3 more. 2. Last one. And that's all on those for today. We're going to push up and back into a shell stretch. Shell stretch is our next move. Now we want to do one lift up with the hips. Bring the hips back to the heels and stretch back. Now shell stretch is an active stretch, so you want to push into the mat and you want to scoop the abs in and press back. We're trying to flex our spine here. We're not trying to extend upwards, okay? Flex your back and your shoulders. Shell stretch is a great place to practice scooping your abs in, really nice and deep. And bring yourself forward, hands and knees, cat stretch. Now cat stretch, you want to flex your back, flex your neck, and scoop the abs. Then extend your back without losing your scoop. Flex your back, flex your neck, scoop the abs. Extend your back, extend without losing your scoop. Last one. Flexing and extending without losing that scoop. Okay, our last move today is telescope, going the other direction. So if you'll come down on your other side, facing your device. Let's do our telescope now. Flexing in front and twisting open, bringing the arm across, and then winding it back in. Twisting open and winding it back in. Last telescope, we're going to twist open, turn the head and neck, extend the arm. We're going to take 3 deep breaths here, big breaths into that open lung. Use your deep breathing to expand your fascia and give your back more movement, more room to move. Big last breath and wind it back in. All right, there's your first 10 moves. Now, if you want a little more workout, go back and do this video again and really get these moves, these foundational moves and stretches really ingrained into your body. And I'll see you in the next video. We're gonna build on every single one of those moves. We're gonna go up. Now, if you feel like a specific move was giving you problems, don't stress about it. You're gonna learn 40. So if you know 30, 38 or 39 of them, hey, that's great, right? So if a certain move lights you up, like those rolling bridges might have made the hamstring cramp, and if so, then ease up on those a little bit and get good at the other stuff, and then you'll catch up on those moves as you get good at everything. Alrighty, see you in the next video. Thanks.